So you've decided to go to the studio, or to return to the studio to record a song, or maybe an EP, or maybe you're going to do a full album. Hey, this is John Mathis with Mansion Entertainment, and we have just a few pre-production tips that might help you and help your studio experience to be the best that it can. A lot of times what winds up happening with artists who may not have studio experience or be experienced in that regard is they wind up going to the studio and paying basically to rehearse or discover or find out what they want to do when they're there. So I'm going to give you some pre-production tips about going to the studio. So let's say you got your song picked. We'll just say a song. You either wrote it or you've got an original song from someone, or maybe it's a cover that you want to go do. Any of those things. You know, the first thing you need to do and make your notes, have all this pre-production planned out, is find out a key that works for you. Something that, find the range of the song, find out where you're comfortable at the top, what's comfortable at the bottom, and pick your key. Another thing you need to do that is also helpful is know your beats per minute. There's apps on your phone, a lot of different ways you can just get a metronome or a beats per minute, but when you know your beats per minute and sing that song through several times, find out what's a good tempo, especially with ballads. A lot of times, you know, there's a spot there that just feels really good, and write your beats per minute down. And another thing that you need to do if you're having musicians on the session, look up you know, 2 or 3 examples of songs. You know, YouTube's great for that. You can find some things that, you know, stylistically you like or that you hear for the song you want to do, and that way you can provide some examples of the direction, musical direction and style you would like the song to go in, and that's always helpful in that regard. We do a lot of tracks outside of our studio. We have guys that help us with tracks, and so when we do a lot of these things, when we say we need some tracks for a song we're going to be doing here at Mansion, and so we list some styles. We cover all those bases. That gives that guy, the musicians, a chance to send us back music tracks that are in the style and the area we want them to be. The other thing, the final thing, and there's other little things, but the final thing is to know your stuff. Know that song inside and out if you're going to be singing. Even tape yourself on your iPhone or something and listen to yourself over and over again. A lot of times you don't catch how you're phrasing, how you're pronouncing words, you know. So if you're like a lot of guys, you're going to have to self-produce when you go in there. And it's different getting those headphones on. You're going to hear yourself in a way you haven't heard before. Then you're going to come out and listen, and it's going to sound a little different to you. It's going to be a little overwhelming. So if you kind of rehearse and just record yourself on your phone, listen to yourself back, listen to how the words are coming out, how you're telling the story, how you're phrasing each word, if you're just losing lines and just to get to the next line, whatever. You know, I'm thinking about every experience. Anybody who's came in and recorded, they go listen to themselves, and then 6 months later, after listening to themselves, they wish they could come back and do it over. And so part of that process is they get to go listen to themselves after they've already done it. This way, if you do it before you get here, then you can kind of get a better direction of how you want to perform that. There you go. That's 4 tips. I think that's 4 at least for some pre-production before you get to the studio. Be sure and subscribe to the channel or share this video. Or if you have comments about other videos you would like to see, put those in the suggestions below. Thanks. See you in the next video.